So I'm home from the gym. That was awesome. And I'm going to be making some breakfast. And, you know, a lot of people ask me what I eat, what my diet is. And I try really hard to be good on the weekdays. So for the most part, I'm not eating like processed food on the weekdays. I try and save that for a treat. So like bread, pasta, rice, things like that are treats. They're super yummy and I love them so much. And I treat them the same way I treat donuts and candy and everything else that I love to eat a lot of. Because they are very palatable. They're called hyper palatable foods and they're very easy to overeat on. But I can make some really amazing food as well that it's very low carb and high protein and it's amazing. I eat loads of whole eggs, really good for your brain. I read this amazing book that you guys should all get. This was like a major game changer for me a year ago when I went in this whole working out and getting healthy kick. It's called Genius Foods by Max Lugavere. I follow him on Instagram as well, so you guys should follow him too. He's wonderful, and he wrote an amazing book about the foods we eat and really kind of changed my relationship with food and how I view it. And I view it now really as like something that works for me, and every single thing that I'm putting in my body is super important because it literally will dictate what the rest of my day is like, what the next few hours will be like, you know, the difference between like eating a cheeseburger and fries, which I love, and how you feel afterwards, to like, you know, eating a big beautiful salad with protein, chicken or fish or whatever. Eating veggies, eating a Greek salad, for instance, eating eggs. I mean, you feel so amazing afterwards. And, you know, you just got to make it taste good. So what I'm going to make is a cabbage stir fry. And I know you guys will be like, oh, cabbage, but I'm telling you, it's really good because I add loads of ginger and loads of like red pepper. You can get like red pepper flakes, which are easy. Put red onions, which are really good for your heart, bean sprouts, and delicious. So let me turn my lights on and get everything together. So first thing is I'm gonna chop this onion. You know, the main thing like that I think about is like, look, I wouldn't be able to live without getting like yummy, delicious fast food or, you know, donuts and all the things that I love.
Sprinkles. Hi. Morning.
Yeah, I mean, I need all those great treats, but, you know, I just try and really eat them on the weekend, you know, so that for the most part, 5 days a week, my diet's really good and I'm doing good things for myself. But I mean, it all kind of follows. Like, you start working out every day, you want to do good things for yourself. It like changes the way, you know, what kind of gas are you going to give this car, you know? Are you going to, all right. So I guess you can't see, but whatever. I'm chopping an onion. I think everybody knows how to chop an onion. So I'm chopping it super thin so that when it cooks quickly. So like, you know, like strips like that. So it's thin, you know? And by the way, like a stir fry is really easy to make because you can use whatever vegetables you have on hand. You know, I try mainly that talking about vegetables. You know, I talked a little bit about this in my comments section on my page. You know, a few people were asking about my diet, and I answered them. And hey, Daddy, my wallet's in my bag. And can you get me some cash as well, please, if you have time, because we're going to be leaving to the airport. I have no money. Да, спасибо.
И это надо идти в этот...
Да.
Но я что-то не помню, что я это покупал. Это что, плагин?
Да. Да, ты помнишь, что в пакетиках покупал? Они были sealed.
А может быть, я не помню.
Была
Вот
как
это,
одна машинка, и там как
Но если я им
cartridges.
скажу, что вот это то, что ты написал,
Sorry,
они
talking to
будут
my
знать,
dad.
что это такое.
Да, и я имею одну, я сейчас тебе дам. One sec, guys. Это disposable. Ну, покажи им эту.
Но, кит. Что это плагин я.
Да.
И картриджи здесь внутри, или как? Или надо взять картриджи?
Нет, это все, это, да, disposable.
Значит, один взял.
Ну, парочку. Может быть, 4 штук.
4 кит.
Или один, который плагин.
А 4 таких,
Ну да,
и один, который плагин.
да.
Хорошо.
Спасибо.
Baby wanted to go to Gallius after school, and I said I'd have to ask because I didn't know whether you wanted her back here or what was happening. Because I thought if she was going, it would be a case to ring out
You know
and
what?
pick her
It's
up.
better just let her just go.
Just
because
let her go.
Yeah, because she's gonna get home and we'll be here for like an hour and then have to leave
That's what
anyway.
and I mean, she did mention, because we were talking and she was saying about working and Mummy and Daddy going on the aeroplane to work, but only 4 sleeps. And then I said, yes, you know, we were discussing how you get all the lovely clothes and all the nice food and everything, because Mummy and Daddy work for it. So
We're
that's okay.
this is my mother-in-law, Joan. Joan, I'm doing a live
Hi.
feed, and we're talking about Smushy, because Paul and I are going to Sundance. I have a movie there that I'm going to promote this weekend, and of course, the baby, the 3-year-old, was very concerned that we were leaving town, so she's going to go see my mom, her other grandma, after school because we're leaving anyway. So the last thing I need is to like have her come home, and I'm busy packing, and then we have to go, and then the tears. So she'll just go to grandma's house. All right, where was I? Talking about vegetables. You know, I truly believe, and this is, you know, I didn't want to start posting about all this health stuff until I had really seen some positive effects on myself. And, you know, again, yesterday was like my 1 year. Oh, hi, Morgan. And my friend texted me. He's like, I'm watching you cook. I wanted to wait to really see how it affected me, and yesterday was like my 1 year anniversary. I mean, not to the day, but you know, kind of last January is when I really started making these changes. And you guys have been following me through like my whole gardening experience, and that was part of it, was just wanting to find cleaner options and cheaper options too, because organic food is so expensive. And I just thought, like, if I have my own garden, at least I can grow like some of my own stuff, like onions and carrots and things that, you know, we use a lot of at home. And of course, like, that naturally led to like taking care of myself more and starting to go to the gym. And of course, doing a lot of research into diet. And, you know, so for me, it's on speaker, guys. Noni, it's on speaker. Can you press the green button? So yeah, I started researching, like reading a lot about diet and really like what I should be eating and stuff. And then my friend Glenwyn she turned me on to this book that I told you guys about, the Genius Foods book. And, one thing led to another. And I started looking up, just really started just adding a lot of vegetables into my diet. Like when I was filming Monster Hunter, my breakfast was like 4 fried eggs, soft over easy, and like grilled vegetables. And then for lunch, so I'm putting in like quite a bit of olive oil. Like olive oil is a genius food. This is like, we should all be doing like a shot of olive oil every single day because it's super good for the brain. And it's just literally like makes your whole body feel so much better, and it reduces inflammation. And it's just really, really good for us. It's like the thing you should be eating with everything. Anyway, so I really started seeing like the benefits, of adding like vegetables into my life. And like rather than having my eggs with toast, I started having them with grilled vegetables, and that's when the stir fries came into play and all of that. And I started noticing the difference in my skin and, my nails and my hair. Like I had this crack in my nail that I've had for ages, and it's kind of gone. I mean, I do keep my nails short, but and it was amazing to like see those positive changes in you, in myself, and like looking in the mirror and actually feeling so much better about the way I was looking, the way I was feeling, my moods. That was a huge component to all of this. Like I can be a very moody person, and I've suffered from depression and anxiety my whole life. I mean, it was a problem for me. And then, you start getting older and you're just like so low energy. And, I didn't want to be like the tired mom. I didn't want to give up in a way. And couldn't believe like my energy levels, like especially making an action movie, waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, just to like get to set and be in hair and makeup and stuff, and you're working till 7 p.m., you need to have energy. And then of course you come home and you have kids, you got to play with them, give them some attention, to it. Sometimes it's not about quantity, especially when I'm working on a movie, it's about quality. And, I wanted to be able to have the energy after coming home from set and, having sand cannons blasted in my face all day, to be able to come home and still have the energy to play with my kids. So it was amazing. Like my energy levels, my moods, like suddenly I think I have an onion in my hair. I became much more of like a morning person, which is crazy because I've never been that. So if you see, I'm just like sauteing these red onions and caramelizing them a little bit. I'm going to add some salt. I'm going to add some pepper. And I like to add some chilies. And I've actually been growing chilies at my house. And we keep them in this little bag. They're tiny. They're like these little Thai chilies. And they are spicy. Amazing. And that's really like gonna give this stir fry this awesome kick, and the spices are really good for you, and they also just make you full more quickly and really make it super yummy. So, I do like whatever, a pinch of salt. Maybe 2 pinches of salt, because I'm going to be adding loads of cabbage to that in a second. And then pepper. I like spicy, so I do loads of pepper. Sorry, you can't see anything right now. Here. Ah! Okay, obviously I don't have the professional setup here. All right, let's see. Get us back. All right, that's better. And I'm gonna chop up this little pepper. Yeah, so, you know, after a full year of doing this, I really feel like a new person. I truly do. And that's when I kind of got inspired to just to share the experience with everybody. I mean, you know, it's like I like to talk about things that I'm interested in, and I'm a huge researcher and stuff, and so of course I love to share information. Yeah, so one tiny little pepper, but you can also use like chili flakes, red pepper flakes that you can get in the grocery store, and that's gonna like give it that kick. All right, so now as you can see, my onions are like nice and golden. So I'm gonna put those aside for a moment. You know what I love to add to this, but I'm not going to right now. Sorry, I got a phone call I need to put on Do Not Disturb. Hold on, let me just call him back. Oh, there, he's calling me now. Пап, привет. 0, 4. Okay, спасибо, bye. All right, so I'm gonna just put these, ooh, that's spicy. I'm gonna put these aside, and in the meantime, I'm gonna cook up my bean sprouts. Now, the bean sprouts, this is where like I love to give them a bit of like an Asian flavor, so I use some soy sauce, some fish sauce, and a little bit of sesame oil. Okay, so put a splash of soy sauce. Just like cover them a little bit, not completely, but just so you could see a little brown sauce on most of them. A little bit of fish sauce. Love fish sauce. A little bit of sesame oil. Turn up the heat and let that cook for a second. So now I'm going to cut some cabbage. I cut the cabbage. I slice it very thin. It cooks faster. And also, you know, it's just easier to eat that way, I think. But the important thing with cabbage, and I think a lot of people cook cabbage wrong, is they overcook it. Now, you know, just like a little tip when you're cooking is any vegetable that you could eat raw, you don't need to cook it too much. You just want to give it like a little browning because that's yummy. But, you know, asparagus, cabbage, zucchini, things like that. You don't need to cook them too much. You still want it to have that kind of crispy texture. I always, you know, Brussels sprouts as well. I like them when they're a little undercooked. So, let me see. Let me see. These are like my first live videos, you guys, so I don't even know what it means when someone's like, let me be in your live video. What is that? What's gonna happen? Am I gonna get like faces popping up into my feed? Being like, hey. Okay, so the sprouts are amazing. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna put, you know, again, the sprouts I eat raw as well. They don't need a lot of cooking. They just need to like take a little color from the sauce and, you know, just kind of marinate for a few minutes. All right, so I'm gonna take the frying pan off the fire for a second. So pretty much I've got that much white cabbage. I want to chop some red cabbage in there because red cabbage is really yummy and really good for you. So I just chop like a quarter of the cabbage. Okay. Yeah. I don't think I want like somebody in my video right now. I'm trying to show you guys how to cook cabbage. Stir fry. So good. And this is my favorite to eat with fried eggs over the top. It's so yummy and filling. And you feel great. There's so many good things in cabbage. And sprouts, and onions. I mean, like, look, everything we're cooking this morning is just like gonna feed your cells and make your body feel so good. And there's a joy in that as well. It's not, you know, what I've realized is like I lived most of my life eating, you know, packaged foods and fast food and living off pizza and cheeseburgers. And yeah, they're yummy. But I tell you, when you start going through your week with energy and feeling the effects of what good food does for your moods and for your energy levels, there's a joy in that too. There's a joy in knowing that everything I'm cooking up right now is like an amazing, it has healing powers, you know, it's going to heal my body. It's going to, you know, bring out the best in me. And there's something quite magical about that. All right. So, back on here, let's put some more olive oil. Like loads of olive oil on everything. Can't get enough of it. And your brain can't either. So I'm gonna take this cabbage and okay, I'm using like a almond flour container to prop my camera up on. So, okay, we're gonna have a horrible accident now. I'll be like, that's why I don't cook on camera. Okay, I think that's better. All right, so nice big thing of ginger. I'm going to take a little potato peeler, excuse me, and peel the skin off. I'm gonna turn my cabbage. Now, something that everyone should know, you never add salt to cabbage while you're cooking it, because salt, you never add salt to cabbage or zucchini when you're cooking it, because it releases water and then it makes everything like a soup. So that's just like something to keep in the back of your head when you're cooking. You only salt it after you serve it. And then it keeps it from getting too wet, which I don't like. All right, oh, ginger smells amazing. Anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer. I mean, these foods that I'm cooking right now are just like powerhouses. It's exciting. You know, I do a lot of exciting things, by the way. Some of you are like, oh yeah, that's like the most exciting thing happening is that you're eating cabbage and ginger. I do a lot of exciting things, okay? And this excites me. I'm like, this is amazing that I can do these things for myself, that I can cook these incredible foods, and I know what they do, and I know what they're doing for my body. Like, I like it. I feel very powerful when I'm cooking these foods. All right, these little nubs are hard to shave without shaving a bit of your finger off. Okay, see, I don't know. I put those in like, what, a minute ago? That cabbage is almost ready, so I gotta like quickly chop this ginger. Cabbage is ready. I'm taking it off the heat because it doesn't need any more heat. And I'm not even going to really cook the ginger. I'm just going to throw it in there. I like to mince it pretty fine. And okay, look, I admit I probably should have prepped all of this before did a live feed because it's taking a little bit. Like, okay, Milla, just cook the food already. Whatever. I mean, there's first time for everything. All right, I'm gonna throw it in my ginger. I'm gonna throw in the onions and the sprouts. Oh, so beautiful. Mix it all together. Now it's like still crunchy. It's gorgeous. And like obviously like anything that you have in your fridge works in a stir fry. You know, add a little bit of ginger, some peas, carrots. All right. There's my stir fry. Let me taste it. See if it needs anything. Oh my God. It's so good. So now I'm just gonna fry 3 eggs and put them over the top. And that's me for breakfast. So anyway, thanks for watching. And I'm gonna go to Sundance later today, and I'll be doing my live stream from the gym over there with no trainer tomorrow. So it's just gonna be me and my husband Paul and an app that I use. All right, guys, you have an awesome day, and keep moving.